Deputy Speaker. Then we'll come to you, Janelle.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity to be able to lend my voice to this very important matter. I think it's well and good that we have a response by the Minister for ICT and also the Minister for Internal Security. But this matter is bigger than we actually think it is. This is a national security matter. Because if an organization has the data of your citizens, one day you might have to buy it from them because they'll have more information about our citizens and have better sensors that we even have ourselves. This is also an issue that touches on the Central Bank of Kenya. Central Bank of Kenya has never pronounced itself on cryptocurrency and bitcoins and all that. Central Bank of Kenya also needs to get involved. The Communications Authority must also look at this issue. I also call upon the customs officials, because when any equipment comes into the country, they usually will charge tax on it. What was that equipment logged in as, and why were they coming into the country? Because I even know recently when I had a medical camp in Uasin Gishu County, the medical equipment that was brought in had to be cleared at customs, and you must declare the purpose for which you're bringing the equipment into the country. So how did this pass through our airports? And if we recall as Kenyans, the reason why Kenyans went to court on the issue of Huduma number, it was because of harvesting people's data without any clear methodology or understanding on the way that that data will be protected. So this is not just about the data commissioner, it's about the various aspects, the various institutions within our country. And I think it is our responsibility as Parliament to make sure that we set regulations. I did some research today and discovered that UNESCO has pronounced itself on this matter, and so has the European Union, and they are in the process of setting up guidelines. Namibia has a bill that is currently, that has been passed in their parliament. Either it's coming into force soon or it's in the process of coming into force. Again, we must take the lead as Parliament and have that legislation so that we set guidelines, because artificial intelligence is here with us and it's not going to leave. In fact, if we just say we are getting rid of WorldCoin, and even if we deport them out of Kenya, remember they can still reach individuals in Kenya through Facebook, through Twitter, and so on. And remember, many of you parliamentarians here have you open your phone using facial recognition. That's already the same concept. So they can still recruit our young people in Kenya using those other social media channels. Hence the reason why it's important that we must have legislation to be able to deal with it. By the time we've just discovered that they're here because they were at KICC. But remember, I'm told they have more than 20 centers around the country. And they have been undertaking work with various institutions in Kenya. I checked their website earlier, and on their website, some of the people who are supporting them is Africa AI, Bowmans, which is one of the biggest law firms in Kenya, Strathmore University, Nairobi County. All these are already their partners here in Kenya. So they could have harvested much more data than we know about. What we saw was public, and all that is available on their website. So I call upon Honorable Speaker that members of Parliament will, I will personally be looking at the Namibia legislation and see how we can bring legislation to deal with this. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
To Mohammed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I listened very keenly to the statement by the majority leader, who speaks